Today I'm going to be persuading you as to why you should think that Kendrick Lamar is a better artist than Drake. All right, okay. So I want to start off by saying that this isn't a diss. I respect both artists. We love Drake in my house. Drake is one of the most successful artists of our generation, undeniably. He's a hitmaker, someone who knows how to capture a mood, a moment, a vibe. His influence on the streaming era and the digital era is it's unmatched. But today I'm making the case that Kendrick Lamar is the better artist, okay? Not just commercially, not just lyrically, but artistically, creatively, and culturally. I want to start with lyrics. Kendrick writes like a novelist. His verses are layered with meaning, metaphors, and introspection. He wrestles with big ideas like personal guilt, moral dilemmas, ego, forgiveness, legacy. His song "How Much a Dollar Costs" about turning down a man asking for money, only to later realize that the man might have been a test from a higher power, which he failed. Another track, "Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst," is a meditation of morality and memory. These aren't just songs; they're reflections. You walk away from them with more than a chorus stuck in your head. You walk away thinking about your own life, which is the most important thing about art. Drake, on the other hand, is incredibly good at what he does. Capturing emotions in real time, like heartbreak. He's mastered the art of catchy conversational lyrics, but his subject matter is often the same: heartbreak, fame, betrayal, cheating. You know how it is. Money. It resonates absolutely with most people, but it doesn't really evolve. It just stagnates. Kendrick's catalog feels like a journal of growth. Drake's feels more like a highlight reel. No. Now let's talk about awards. Kendrick has won 22 Grammy Awards, which is the highest honor in music. Drake has won 5, unfortunately. And Kendrick has also been awarded the Pulitzer Prize, which is one of the highest awards you can ever receive in your entire career as an artist. Now let's talk about albums. Kendrick doesn't just drop songs. He builds worlds. Like Good Kid, Mad City is structured like a film, complete with skits, recurring characters, and a storyline that follows a young man over one wild day in his hometown. To Pimp a Butterfly uses funk, jazz, and spoken word to explore self-worth, public pressure, and internal conflict. Even Damn, which feels more stripped down, has a hidden structure. It tells one story played front to back and a different one when played in reverse. That's not just album making, that's storytelling on a whole nother level. Drake's albums, while filled with great singles, often they really lack cohesion. They feel more like a playlist, something to shuffle while you're driving or working out. That doesn't make them bad per se. I love Drake's albums, but it shows a difference in intention. Kendrick builds bodies of work, and Drake builds momentary moods. Another key difference is their approach to risk and reinvention. Kendrick evolves with every single project, every single one. He's never repeated a sound or a theme. From the cinematic realness of Good Kid, Mad City to the experimental jazz of Pimp a Butterfly to the introspective therapy sessions of Miss Morales and the Big Steppers, he continues to push the boundaries of what hip hop can be. Even his live shows are conceptual. During his last tour, he performed alongside a symbolic therapist, exploring the pressures of fame and the weight of the expectation. That kind of vulnerability and artistic risk is rare, especially coming from somebody at the top of the game. Now I want to look at cultural impact. Kendrick's work, it sparks conversations, really important cultural conversations. Not just in music, but politics and even classrooms. His song "All Right" became an anthem for hope and endurance. His Pulitzer Prize win for Damn made history, not just because of its streaming numbers, but because it was recognized for its depth, structure, and poetic quality, which has never really been acknowledged in hip-hop by mainstream media like that before. That award isn't given out lightly, and to be honest, it says something where a genre that was traditionally overlooked by institutions finally gets acknowledged. And Kendrick is the one who broke that barrier. And he didn't stop there. With Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers, Kendrick turned the spotlight inward, tackling therapy, generational trauma, fatherhood, cancel culture, and self-worth in a raw, almost really uncomfortable way, if you've listened to the album. He opened up about most things that artists would avoid for commercial freedom. The album isn't easy listening. It's personal, complex, and deeply raw. That's what real cultural influence looks like. Not just writing trends, but starting hard conversations and forcing us to confront things we often bury in the world around us. Kendrick continues to redefine what a rap album can be. not just sonically, but emotionally and socially, even politically. So here's my final thought. Drake is the voice of the moment. We all love Drake. But Kendrick Lamar is the voice of something bigger, something more permanent. Drake makes hits, Kendrick makes art. And in the long run, that's what matters most. Thank you.